Here we are at the Discovery Center. I'm working on the Discovery Aquariums project. We're progressing along steadily. The stands and life support system are being constructed off-site. And today I'd like to talk to you about two interesting aspects of the system. Firstly, I'd like to talk about the biological filtration unit that we will be installing. And second, I'd like to talk to you guys a little bit about the kind of biological community that we will develop over time here at the center. This is biological filtration, the process where nitrogen gets processed. We start with food, and food goes to either fish that eat small bits of food like plankton, and the bits of food that are leftovers get consumed by scavengers like bat stars and sea cucumbers and lobsters. Once the animals eat the food, it turns into waste in the form of urea. This gets converted into ammonia, which is toxic in the aquarium. Luckily, the buildup of bacteria and oxygen in the genus Nitrosomonas will break down ammonia into nitrite. Nitrite gets converted further by a different genus of bacteria and oxygen into nitrate, a different form of a nitrogen compound. At this point, we need to get rid of the nitrates from the aquarium system because they're also harmful. So that gets done in one of three ways. First, it gets processed further by a different suite of bacteria through a process called denitrification. This leads to the off-gassing of nitrogen gas in the form of bubbles. Number two is it gets incorporated into algae. These are two examples of algae that we might find in the tank. The final way is in the form of a water change, whereby we will actually take a percentage of the volume of the tank and replace the dirty water with clean seawater. Bacteria are incredibly important to our system for providing biological filtration, but they're not the only critters in the tank that are responsible for keeping our aquariums clean. We also have a whole bunch of different critters that are also responsible for keeping their environment clean. We have some of these guys that you can see here. We have bivalves and also gorgonians that could be considered filter feeders. These guys will pull tiny particulate food and bits of organic matter out of the water column. We also have some of these gastropods, or snails, that are scavengers. They will eat dead material and leftover food and generally keep the aquarium clean. We also have sea cucumbers. And then one unfortunate side effect of nitrates building up is they feed algae. Algae is a good thing because it's pretty, but it can get overgrown. So we will be stocking the tank with herbivores eventually. Here are some examples of herbivores. We have, of course, abalone. We might be getting donations from local aquaculture facilities of abalone. Also, echinoderms, like this urchin, purple sea urchin. And then this is a wavy top turban snail. This is an herbivorous snail that lives nearby. And our goal is over time to slowly increase the bioload in the aquariums to eventually reach a point where we have a diverse community of critters in the tank. The increased diversity just further adds to some benefit of a healthy ecosystem. I hope you enjoy seeing a little introduction to the kind of critters that you might get to see if you choose to come visit Discovery Aquariums in the future.